open the gate and the lady's standing there holding a baby and she's, you know, in tears. She's just bawling. I'm like, ma'am, is everything all right? And she's like, no, this lady picked up my baby and just threw him in the water. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, do you know her? Like, no. I'm like, can your baby swim? She's like, no, my baby's a baby. She just picked him up and threw him with no regard. I'm like, that seems weird. The lady in question was actually talking to my 10-year-old. My son walks up to me and I'm like, hey man, is everything okay? She's like, no, the lady took Kai's goggles and she kind of threw him in the deep end. So I just asked her politely, I said, hey man, where you go get those goggles? You know, my son can't swim. Oh, he can swim. I'm like, no ma'am, he can't. I'm his dad. I wouldn't know if he could swim or not. She grabbed him, she took him, and she threw him out of the pool across the field, and she's like, you go get him. I'm like, okay. We go to leave, she gets out the pool, she kind of gets up in my face. She's like, I don't see what the problem is. I'm like, you don't see what the problem is? Picking up a complete stranger's baby and throwing him into the pool? She's like, well, he ain't complaining. I'm like, the baby? So then she tried to touch me, like, man, please don't touch me. So then she went back to the pool, and just as she was walking back in, that's when the deputy showed up and, hey, what's up, man? I like your hair. Let's start there.
There's a woman, she's like, I don't know, you'll see her, but she's off her rocker, or she's drunk.
He was sitting on the steps, and she picked him up and tossed him in the pool.
Tossed your kid in the pool?
She's basically like,
no
weird,
idea
like
how to
being
swim.
weird, like, you know, annoying us, but we were like being nice to her, and then she was like,
she came and sat down by us, he was sitting, took him and tossed him into the pool. And then she admitted it and said it doesn't matter.
Said,
he wasn't upset. He doesn't seem to care.
I'd say, man, please go over there, leave us alone. And she just kept.
She's like, I was thrown in the pool. I'm fine.
Coming at us.
Really touch other people's kids.
Okay. So she was throwing her kids in the pool.
Okay. Without consent?
Without consent. Would you want to press charges for her throwing your kid in the pool?
I mean, I don't really care, but like I care.
I just want to know if she lives
I just don't want her to
here.
know.
I think there might be some mental instability. Got it.
Yeah, we'll evaluate her for that.
So you guys wouldn't want to press charges? You just kind of...
I don't think so.
Alright, well, that's helpful. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
So what's going on today?
Yeah. You might want to get their story, or did you get that already?
I talked to them a little bit, but now I'm just trying to get your side of the story.
Well, I'm heading home. You want to meet me at my house?
No, we could just talk right here.
All right, what do you got to say? What do you want to ask?
I just want to know what's going on.
What do you mean what's going on? I don't know what's going on. What do you tell me?
All right, let me give you the information I have, and then we'll see if you could help me piece together everything, right? So basically, they're saying that without permission, you took their child and threw him in the pool.
I tossed him in the pool a couple feet, yeah. Yeah, is that like wrong? Is that a law against that?
Yeah, well, you can't like grab.
You can't just grab somebody's random child and
doing it. I didn't do it with bad intentions. If I mean, if you had bad intentions, maybe we could have something happening.
Okay, but you can't grab other people's children and throw them in, especially an infant, and throw them in the water.
What do we do now? Do we lock me up in jail? Throw me away?
Well, I want you to explain what's going on a little bit more, because I mean,
well, there's really no explanation.
You understand?
I don't have anything to explain.
I mean, so you don't know why you did that?
Well, for fun.
For fun, but it's not your child.
That was okay with that?
Actually, no, I didn't actually get pre-permission. Did you get permission from your parent to come out here today and talk to me?
I did, actually.
Oh, you did? Oh, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, was she?
But this is my
job.
job.
My gosh, you know.
But I'm a grown man.
Oh my God, you broke the law.
But I'm a grown man.
But there's law about that. It doesn't matter whether you're grown or not.
I'm not grabbing other people. Can I speak?
Wait, is there a
Alright,
law?
so there is a law. It's called battery, right? You committed battery against the
so
infant.
lock me up?
Okay, ma'am. How about this? Do you have your ID on you?
Right.
Can we start that? I don't know.
No,
I don't know
actually,
what your name is.
I do not have
Okay,
my
what's your
ID.
name then?
Eileen.
Eileen, how do you spell that, Eileen?
I spell Eileen Eileen.
Throwing my kids in the pool.
Random kids? Like,
My kid baby in the pool. He was sitting on the steps. She came over and chucked him in the pool.
so she at least put her hands on your kids against your will and kids' will. Could be simple battery, it could be child abuse. Are you interested in pursuing charges against her for it? Or do you want to just evaluate her and make sure
I just want
something's
to get
okay?
out of here, not know who we are.
Okay. And the kid, and he's good?
He's okay. Yeah. Luckily, I was
We were right
in the
there.
pool
Y'all
with
were right
him.
there.
But he was very
I
confused.
think she was just like mentally unstable, so she thought it was like funny, or I don't know.
Did y'all do the swim lessons with them where they know
We're
to
in it
flip
right
them?
now.
Oh, good. Thank God. Hang tight for me.
You know what? Do we really have to do this? This is like
And what's
crazy.
your-
Talk to them a little more. I mean, I don't think that they
Eileen,
have.
what's your last name, Eileen?
You know what? I'm sorry. I don't really think they have a complaint.
Eileen, what's
a
your
valid
last name?
complaint. You really want to do this?
Eileen, what's your last name?
It is you
You. That's it?
are.
You have a middle name, Eileen?
Yeah, I do. Do you?
I do. What's
Okay.
your middle name?
Why?
What's your middle name?
Why do you want to know it?
I need to know it to identify
Why?
you.
Oh, well, you know what? You don't.
Ma'am, look, I'm Sergeant Cavis with the Sheriff's Office. I'm one of the supervisors. You put your hand on a kid against their will. That is a crime in this state.
I did not know.
I'm talking.
I
I'm
did not-
talking. I'm talking.
You people.
All right, turn
All right.
off my back.
Yes. Thank
Give me
you,
your
folks. Look what you're doing. Look what you've done.
No, ma'am, you did this yourself. They didn't even want to press charges, but we got to identify you. So you're at least going to jail for resisting now? You want to play games? This is what you get, okay? Let's go. Take her to the car.
Keep walking. Come on. Going back here. Have a seat.
Have a seat, ma'am.
Sit.
I'm sitting.
You have to put your legs.
I don't want to get in this
You're going all
car.
the way in the car.
I do not want to get in
Going
this
all the way in the
car.
car.
You know this. I don't want to get in this
Okay.
car.
Okay. And I don't want to come to work some days, but I still do.
Well, you
Slide in
don't
the
have to do it. You know what? You don't. What do you do it for? Why do you come
to
work?
protect the kid, little kids like that.
Oh,
and
you
get
know what?
thrown in
He
the
was
pool.
not.
All right, I'll pull her in.
He was not in danger. He was not in danger.
I got it.
Spare tire.
You have your camera on?
Yeah, it should be. Hey, did you see what happened over here?
I caught the tail end of
Okay.
it. My 16-year-old and my 10-year-old were here.
Okay.
And when I walked up, my 16-year-old said, hey, she took our goggles and just threw them.
She took y'all the goggles too?
Yeah, just threw them. And I said, man, when you grab my son's goggles, well, he can get them himself. I said, well, he can't swim. That's why he's in the shallow end.
Okay.
She's like, oh, he can't swim. I'm like, no, ma'am.
Okay.
People suck here. This is so f***ing wrong.
Hey, for Georgia.
And she just kind of got up in everybody's face. Just being
Okay.
man, I thought
Okay,
she was mentally unstable or,
Okay.
or something like that.
I think that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
It might fit the statute for robbery by sudden snatching by her taking the goggles and chucking them, depriving him of his property. Are you interested in pursuing charges for that, or do you want to just see if we get her evaluated?
She just
Okay.
get her some help and get her away from my kids.
Okay.
Nowhere to be found.
050.
So wrong. Hey, excuse me. Let me out of here, please. Please unlock my door. I'd like to get out of here, please.
So they don't want to pursue charges for the battery. We can do resisting because she wants to play games with the. We're doing an investigation. Yeah. And she's resisting, so we can at least hit her with that.
Hey,
All right, Eileen.
let me out of here, please.
Nope. So you are
Look at my house.
you're being arrested for resisting without violence. Okay.
And what will be the great outcome about this all? What is the purpose of it all?
Because you committed a crime,
What is the crime?
resisting without violence.
What's the other crime? Is there no other crime?
That's the only crime.
And why is that a crime? Why is that a crime, sir?
Because it's Florida State
what? You
statute.
don't exactly tell me why. I don't know that's a crime. Tell me why you think it's a crime.
I mean, is there anybody that lives with you that can pick up your bike?
You know what? Why can you tell me why it is a crime to resist without violence? Can you tell me why?
All right.
What?
We just gotta switch handcuffs.
Turn around, I'm gonna put my
I'll turn around. Okay, my handcuffs. Your handcuffs are on me already.
We're gonna put his handcuffs on you. I'm gonna take
Why?
because I want my handcuffs back. Because I'm gonna be taking you. These are his handcuffs. All right. All right.
Hey, do you folks really think who's
Face the car.
Who's complaining here? Why are you doing this to me? Why? Excuse me. Why is this happening?
Oh, you're going to jail for resisting us.
For resisting what? I didn't resist
Our
anything.
investigation. So.
You know what? Of course I'm going to resist. Why should I like
right.
agree to this? I'm not agreeing to this.
All right. Yeah, have a good one now.
A good at what? A good what? What do you mean have a good
Face the
what
car.
at?
A good day. I want you to have.
I'm not having a good day, sir.
Stop
If
moving.
you want me to have a good day, you should let your buddy put these other cuffs on me.
Okay. All right.
How can anyone have a good day putting it?
In the car. Back into the car. Come on. Get back in the car.
I don't
out.
want to do this.
Okay. You don't have to.
I am resisting. Let me know. I am resisting this arrest. I want you to know that. I am resisting.
I know you are. All right, we're just gonna leave your bike here since you don't want to.
You know, I am resisting this arrest. I want you to know that. And my bike is here, fine. I'm not worried about it because I live in a good, safe neighborhood and it's gonna be just fine. Just leave it. Take me to fucking jail if you have to, you asshole. I am resisting this arrest, yes. Put that.
Delta 214, Delta 214.
So you can't, like, charge me with resisting arrest because I'm not resisting this arrest. So just leave me right here, you know? Why bother going through all this bullshit? I resist this arrest. You understand, sir? Hey, you know what? On the way to the lockup, can you stop by my house? It's right around the corner, and let my husband know if he's probably aware already. But let's just do this right around the corner, sir.
You're not stopping anywhere besides the jail.
Oh, fine. And then what do I do there? Get a phone call to call him and let him know? Duh. What do I do at the jail, sir? What do I do? Sit there for what? How long? Whatever. You know what? Maybe you should have this done to you someday. And then, you know what? I'm sure you would quit your f***ing job. You wouldn't do this to others.
I don't commit crimes.
Well, you know what? I didn't commit a crime either, sir. But you're committing one right now. It's called kidnapping. Holding somebody against their will. That's what it is. And that should be a crime. And if it's not, then whatever.
Eileen was charged with felony child abuse and resisting an officer without violence. She pleaded no contest to felony child abuse and did not enter a plea for resisting without violence due to not being able to stand trial for that charge. Her felony child abuse charge resulted in adjudication withheld, meaning the judge accepted her no contest plea but did not formally convict her. Eileen was sentenced to 2 years of probation.
Do you know how fast a child can drown? In about 30 seconds, and it doesn't even take a pool, just a couple inches of water. So when someone throws a child into a pool and then shrugs it off like it's nothing, that's not a misunderstanding, that's a judgment problem. What stands out to me isn't just the arguing with police, it's this. She put her hands on someone else's child, not her kid, not an emergency, a decision. And we noticed the parents didn't even want charges. And it's odd, but that doesn't always mean they weren't upset. Sometimes it means they wanted their child safe and their life quiet, not months of court with someone who's unstable and knows exactly who they are. In Florida, battery doesn't require a bruise or broken bone. If you intentionally touch another person or a child against their will, that alone can qualify. The problem isn't whether the child got hurt. The problem is an adult decided to take a safety risk on behalf of someone who had no ability to say no or save themselves. As far as the arrest goes, once officers realized this wasn't a conversation about opinions anymore, it became a custody and safety issue. Most police calls don't start with evil. They start with a small decision made in a moment where pride speaks louder than judgment.